It's truly insane to be like,
What
this is
$40,000.
What
kind of art?
I was a BFA acting
Okay.
Major. And so, yeah.
So I was a music major and business major, but in music we had to take eurythmics and breathing, and there was a lot of like
You had to
fluff
take
shit.
the eurythmics class with
with
Annie
Annie
Lennox.
Lennox. All the
Eurythmics
You
songs?
had to learn all the eurythmics songs.
All their
Sweet
names.
dreams.
Sweet dreams
I only
are
know
made of
the
these. Dreams are made of these. We learned it out of order though. Did you have to do like there's one of the exercises we did? I was rolling my fucking eyes. I was like, you have to maintain a balloon. Think of different ways of tapping a balloon to keep it in the air.
We did one where we would zap each other's spines. It was very dumb. Sorry.
Very dumb.
Listen, I take
yeah.
acting classes now, and I went untrained for years and years and years, and all I got was great representation and jobs in the industry. And
Go see Kim Possible at Disney.
Yeah, right.
because I'm an untrained actor.
Right.
But I just started taking acting classes because I was like, oh, I'm going to auditions a lot. I'm like, oh, I should learn to act. And I'm going to auditions. And I'm taking acting classes now, and fucking like we don't do that at all. Like you never. They're like, we'd have to zap each other's spines first.
It's a waste of time. Yeah.
It's so silly, and I know it works for some people, and like everybody's process is different. But even at 18, I was like, I've been to a lot of different kinds of school, and I have not liked most of them.
Yeah,
so.
no, I was thinking this. So when you were saying like art school, I was like, yeah, I went to a tech school and it was expensive, and I also didn't know what I wanted to do, and like, you know, I mean, it's I feel like it's just college in general.
That's a crazy
like,
thing at
like,
8. So I have a summer birthday. So when I was 17, you're like making a decision about spending $40,000 a year.
It's so silly.
And it's like
somebody's made this point to me before. Is that like it's before you can drink, you can make a decision about like
about the debt that you're going to accrue
for the rest of your life.
As an adult, I love to learn, but I like to choose what and when I learn things. You know what I mean? Like
and,
usually there's a utility to it. There's either a utility to it where I'm like, I would like to be able to do this thing on my own, or I'm like, this thing is very interesting to me. I would like to know everything about it. And that's not how school works.
No, it's
you have
not.
to trust that whoever the powers that be of that acting, whoever put that acting course together, they know all the stuff that you're supposed to know.
And most of them don't, because most of them never got representation or did anything.
Yeah.
You know,
but there are people who say like, oh, if you're doing your craft, and that is, I think there's a balance to it, right? Because you want to sustain yourself and you want to be able to do that full time, but so sometimes you just have to do things that aren't crafty and aren't fun. And like I literally did an audition the other day where I had to eat chips and walk across the camera in a construction helmet. Like that you have to do the things that are like doing your art.
I'm out for that too.
Yeah, we are married. We are just getting sent out for the same.
I did not get a call yet.
No, me neither. I didn't get. They were like, please leave.
Yeah.
Please go.
But I mean, there are like so many paths you can take too. Like, so I went to a tech school for communications, started doing improv. Like, I'm doing a Walmart commercial, or an audition for one. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. But I'm doing I did a Coca-Cola commercial like earlier this year and shit like that. Got on a Lloyd team, like first audition, like haven't taken an advanced studies course. Like, there's like so many people who like.
And my goals were like so different after college. Like when I first moved here, I was like, I took comedy classes and I was like, I just want to be on a house team somewhere. I just want to do that.
Right.
And like when you're 18 to be like, I'm gonna go to art school and then I'm gonna have this great career is like an insane. Like I didn't believe it when I was saying it.
Can I ask? So to get in your head as a 18-year-old and 19, like when you decided like, okay, I'm a semester into this program, this shit ain't for me. Like was there a moment or was there something in your head that was like?
Yeah, you don't have the tools to like calmly make decisions. So I was just having nervous breakdowns, and my mom was like, I'd gotten into other schools, but I'd mostly just applied to art school, like conservatory programs, Jersey. So I had pretty much only auditioned for programs, and how that works is if you audition, you have to start when they start. And if you don't start at the beginning of the year, you have to come back and re-audition. So the only school that I had applied to that had an arts program, but that was like a regular school, was Montclair State. So I ended up transferring to Montclair State in the middle of the year, and I started the broadcasting program. And I just picked it because my mom picked it. She was like, do broadcasting. And I was like, okay. I learned a lot of cool stuff. I learned how to edit on Avid. I use that every day. I never use it, but it's a very good thing to learn to do if you want to work for the news. So I learned to edit. I learned sound stuff that is so difficult. I mean, it's so difficult to me. And I did almost all of a broadcasting major, and then my senior year switched to an English major because it only had 30 credits, and I knew I could do it quickly. And I just wanted to graduate, and I didn't want to do any internships in broadcasting. It just did not feel like it was for me.
Were you able to switch in you said your senior year you switched?
Yeah.
So you had to cover generals?
No, because English is such a vague major that they were yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
It shared a lot with broadcasting, so I'd already done my maths and such.
Maths, British.
You don't have to do maths.
You
You don't have to do maths at
Fuck
art
English.
school, so
I'm sick of it.
that was
How do you spell favorite?
There it is.
FAVOURITE.
Favorite.
Favorite.
Yeah. So I transferred, and then I ended up being a broadcasting major. But I mostly was just I did improv and stuff in high school, and always went to art camp and stuff. And so I just stopped doing anything creative in college. I just took a break, and I joined a sorority, and it was fine. It was fine. I have friends that I still have.
It doesn't sound fun.
I have 4 friends that I still hang out with
Yeah.
who are in that sorority.
Out of how many pledges?
I
in the
mean,
whole sorority?
a lot.
Because what I know, do you all know about Greek life?
I don't know nothing.
No.
I just know
Ancient
shit from
Greece.
movies. Zeus.
Yeah.
Call back to an episode ago.
We all remember.
We all remember.
They all
Sorry,
wore the
go
same-
ahead. You were saying.
What? Okay, so pledging a sorority.
Yeah.
I want this to be a suggestion, but let's
Okay.
talk about. Can you talk about that?
I can give you some details. I also feel that I can give details on this because it doesn't work the same way that it used to. Because back in the day, you really couldn't talk about it because they said it was because it's the sanctity of the sisterhood. But I also think it's because people could get arrested for what they were doing is a big part of the reason. And so, yeah, people used to take a lot of pride in how much they could withstand of the process that had been outlined by, now when I look back on it, 19-year-old girls. 19-year-olds shouldn't be writing hazing
Laws for
processes. That's a terrible.
Entering my association.
What a terrible idea.
That's all awful.
It's so bad. They shouldn't be. But yeah, there would be physical challenges. A lot of it would be remembering information about the history of the organization. I was in a national sorority. Oh, no one's gonna be able to see this on the thing, but we all had these.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah.
The lip tat.
Yeah, lip tat.
The inside lip tat.
The inside of the lip tat.
Really?
What?
Yeah, very hardcore.
I've known you.
I feel like I've never.
Never.
I have layers. I'll tell you guys everything.
Wild.
That's
Deja brings it out of
insane.
me.
I have been inside your mouth.
I've
before.
That is honestly true, but it's very subtle. What I like about my lip tattoo is that it's subtle and classy.
God.
What does it say?
Delta Phi Epsilon.
That's
So
great.
those are the letters.
How did
for
that?
it.
How do you even? Isn't it all wet in there? How do they put the
It
ink
really
on?
hurts. It really hurts. It's
Yeah.
supposed to go away after 10 years, but
Is that during the hazing
But-
process, or
That's
is
what they
that
told you.
once you're in?
no, we got this. You can't even wear the letters as a T-shirt until you're in the sorority.
Wow.
You're not allowed to.
Nevertheless, was there a tattoo artist that did that, or a 19-year-old girl?
I got the gun.
Yeah, there's one girl who does it.
It's got the ink.
No, we went to a tattoo artist, but I also there was another tattoo I have that I did get in the dining room of the sorority house one time.
Wow.
That's a thing. I really don't think, listen, when I see 19-year-olds doing real things running real organizations and fighting for change, I'm like, wow, it's crazy that you're 19 and doing that, because when I was 19, everyone's like, what if we chase them with a car through the streets while they get a
Yeah.
but I kind of loved, so pledging was this horrifying thing where it was dreadful and kind of abusive, but I loved the drama of it. I was so bored when I was 19, so it was like being in a movie. I mean, I feel like growing up was exciting for me and kind of terrible. I felt like a very dramatic teenager with a lot of just
the angst.
Yeah, well, when I tell stories of when I was a teenager and like my hometown and stuff, nowadays people are like, that's not a normal thing we relate to. And then I went to college, and college to me was very boring. So the sorority was like so fun because they would do stuff like that, or like there'd be like scary girls yelling at you, and that's so my place. Like I
my
only
favorite thing
respect
about
scary
college.
women.
You were saying
Scary girls yelling.
Wasn't you just saying outside of this conversation that she doesn't like drama?
Yeah. Exactly.
You were
Over
literally
that.
just
I'm not a
saying,
teenager
if there was
anymore.
drama, I'm over here.
No, I
But
love
where's
being.
those scary girls?
I love scary women.
And then she reveals her lip tattoo.
My secret. Sorry.
yeah.
No, I love scary women, so the sorority really was the place for me at the time. Now it's not so much. I never went back. I was like, I'm gonna come back for years and visit, and I didn't. Bette Midler is in my sorority, not at my
What?
school, but it's a national.
Bette Midler has a lip tattoo.
Yes.
Whoa.
No, but
I would not be surprised. if
honestly,
does.
she might. But Bette Midler is they call it a defer. She's a Delta Phi Epsilon woman.
Wow. I have a Bette Midler story, but it's not that exciting.
Can we cut to? All right, let's cut to like the sorority
Okay.
making up new challenges, but they
Okay.
want. You said something interesting. You said like.
Chasing you with a car during a scavenger hunt?
Not it was like the
Calisthenics?
philosophy behind
Learning. You have to learn the history of the sorority and all that information.
there was something specific of like okay, they're pitching safer things to do. Like they,
Oh,
like you
yeah,
want-
not
yeah,
hazing
yeah,
anyone.
not hate, yeah.
Right.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
And then once you finish the suicide,
Mm-hmm.
you poop out the orange that was up your butt into a bowl, and then who's there,
Mhm.
they have to put it on their head and then
Okay.
go back.
Wow, so
And
that's
that-
what- that's what
that
you
is
did
just
on
a nice
So that's what
relay.
you did on vacation. That's
Okay.
so nice. But let's not forget why we came here.
Yeah.
Okay, of course.
Yes.
It was a wonderful relay. I didn't expect for the cruise to be that exciting.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, I'm glad you had that moment with your mother.
You're hardcore.
You're hardcore,
You're hard-
Tiffany.
yeah,
We're just
Tiffany-
trying new things.
I mean,
We're
we
just
love
trying
it,
new
and we love trying new things. I would like to make a motion
Yeah.
for
sure.
one of our hazing things.
Oh,
okay.
love
Do
to
we?
haze.
Yeah, we
I
love,
love
to haze.
to haze.
Okay.
Haze.
You have to finish
Mm-hmm.
Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes.
Absolutely not. What?
Excuse
That sounds
me?
like torture.
Oh my
that
God,
sounds
that's
really-
so hard.
I'm sorry. I
painful.
think it's the best idea ever, but you know what? That's fine if you guys don't support me.
Hey, I mean,
She's crying.
she's crying again. She's
We could
crying again.
we could use it. We could use it.
All right,
maybe
let's
a-
review the history of our hazing, okay? And we'll see if this fits in better than what we used to
Okay.
do. Okay, I
So
got
y-
the big book here.
Yeah,
all right?
so it used to be that you would hold a copy of Don Quixote out on your arms for as long
and we would
as
hold
you
lights under your elbows,
elbows.
lit flames
you would
under
just
your
hold it.
elbows. And the girl who screamed the least would get in.
With
Yeah.
the decibel reader, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're suggesting they just have to finish it in
They
a
have to
certain
read
time?
it.
Read
They
the
have
book?
to read the book.
I think you're expecting a lot of the
That
girl.
sounds like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is safer. It is safer.
Technically, it is.
that and that was
Technically.
I
I think
thought
the
I
dean
thought
would
that's what
approve, but
I thought that's what Great Dame Bette Midler said. When she left Little Dolly, she said, "I just want my sorority girls to be
Wow.
safer."
and then she showed you her lip, didn't she?
And she showed me her lip.
I'm all for being safer, don't get me wrong, but I really do think that we are kind of more of a books on tape crowd.
I really do.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and
Here's an idea. Okay. You know how we used to put people into the public pool
of course,
Right.
with weights on their feet?
naturally.
And they would have about an inch gap that
Uh-huh.
if they constantly pushed, they could get their mouth above to
Right.
breathe.
Yeah.
And then
Right?
we released a bunch of wasps above the
We
pool.
put wasps into the public pool, and they would sting their lips, and that would give them the hot lip look
Yes.
that we were all
Love
looking
it.
Oh,
for.
We
Voluptuous.
would call it. It was
Strong
called the
and
Bee Witch.
Yes, yes.
Bee
it was called
Witch.
The
Bee
Bee
Witch.
Witch. They were wasps, but we called it the Bee Witched. And I was thinking, what if this year we just have them like make artisanal honey?
While I'm excited about the honey, and I am excited about the honey, and I would like there to be honey in the
Sounds
house.
like a good idea.
That is a fantastic start.
Safer.
Start,
Sounds
it's
safer.
safer.
It is safer.
How do we know they want to be our friends if they're not willing to die for it? I just don't know.
That's true.
I mean-
You're so right.
That's
You
true.
make a
Plus,
good
these
point.
selfies, they need the pouty look. We can't simply make a tea party out of lambda thigata.
You're
Yeah,
right.
Thigata.
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 Thighs together.
Thighs
ladies.
together, gators apart.
Without truly being tortured, paying $200 in dues and being super duper hot.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I just
Yeah.
don't know
It's
how I can
just
trust
Bette Midler
someone.
wants us to be safer.
Bette wants us to be
You know,
safer.
Tiffany started us off well with a safer suggestion.
Well,
but
is there any way that we can be safe and also maybe scare the shit out of?
Haunted house. Haunted house. Haunted house.
Becky, you
Oh
love
my God,
haunted
Becky.
houses.
You love haunted houses.
I know, I've been waiting for this one for a long time, but hear me out. This seems like the perfect solution. Bette loves haunted houses, we know this.
We
Yes.
do
Because of
know.
Hocus Pocus.
She's a hocus.
Yes. She would love to come play all three Sanderson sisters.
I'm here for that.
I'm here for
Love
it.
it.
And we can change out all of the pledges birth control to all placebos.
Okay, what
Now
is with you
that's
and wanting
scary.
all of them
That's
That
pregnant?
is why. That is.
You
so
always
weird.
want
That
all
is
of
so
them.
Becky, you
haunted.
always are pitching pregnancy.
Yeah. It,
Oh, are you pregnant?
yeah.
Are you pregnant,
Well, no, I'm
Stephanie?
just pitching. I just want to have everyone on the same page. But mine
So
right.
It's because
I'm-
we all know you want to sacrifice the babies. We all know that that's
Well,
what
that's
you want
what
to
we
do.
used to
Well, I'm
do.
trying to
And
be head
we're
pledge
done
of
with
my
that.
class, which is beyond. We don't need to just get into my age.
No.
I just think if we just replace the birth control, or maybe we can have some sort of placebo thing, like really scare them. I mean, this was Becky's idea. Don't get me wrong.
What?
She's leading the charge on this.
What?
She's leading the charge on this. I'm just trying to support the haunted house
I would
philosophy.
like to say I was the one who initially said we should stop dissecting the babies. So if anything,
That was a tough
I
conversation.
don't-
I said
Yeah.
nothing about dissection.
I know, but I think what do we need the babies for then? You know what I
Thighs together, ladies.
Gators
Gators
apart.
mean? Gators apart.
Gators apart.
Thighs together, gators apart.
Say that.
I mean, that's the
Side
that's the slogan of the it's our motto.
It's
Yeah,
the motto
it's
of our
the motto of
Our
our
motto.
yes.
We've got to get safe. So I will say that replacing people's birth control, well, scary, is
Scary.
unsafe.
much.
It is
for
unsafe.
multiple
Too much
reasons.
follow-through.
Okay, maybe I went a little too far.
Yes.
It's not safe.
It's
from
not
the older
safe.
school.
If we replaced it with more birth control,
A
Oh.
stronger
maybe we
prescription.
put their birth control right.
Put your
Next-
Jameson rocks down, please.
Sorry, you know how I am about my crystals. I'm getting into these crystals. But if we take their birth control and put it next to other birth control that looks exactly the same,
Sure, confusing.
yeah, confusing, but they might still work.
Yes?
I love that we're now mostly focused on birth control. I think
we
we're
all
on the right path.
We all
I think
know
we're
exactly
getting
what we're
there.
talking about.
I think that would be proud of us. We are really
Yes.
becoming more progressive as a sorority.
Also, I don't mean to get political, but Planned Parenthood.
Well, let's not go too far. Let's not make this torture.
You want to bomb the Planned Parenthood?
Yes.
You want to bomb it?
That is a hazing we used to
That
do.
is
in
a
Planned
hazing.
bomb.
Parenthood.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can't. We can't
I was
not
just going
do
to say
that
pick
anymore.
at the Planned Parenthood,
Oh.
but if
That is
No,
safer.
that is
That is
safer.
safer. That's a good safe
No.
idea.
Bette Midler would like that.
She would
Karl
like
Rove
that.
not so much.
No,
Car-
he was a controversial add to our sorority.
Yeah.
None of us were alive
because he's a boy.
because he's a
'Cause
boy.
he's a boy.
Mostly the
'Cause
boy.
he's a
Doing
boy.
panty raids.
Yeah.
He was doing panty raids, and they let him stay.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. We don't do that anymore. We're at least safer. Can we all agree that we're safer
safer
because
now.
we don't
Safer.
do
We
that?
are
Safer
safer.
is
We
number
let him
one.
go.
That's our
Number
motto.
one.
Is
That's
safer
safer.
is number one.
Safer is
Number
number
one.
one.
Yeah.
Gators apart.
Gators
Gators
apart.
Like thighs
So,
together, gators
Gators
apart.
apart.
Anybody want a binge drink?
Yeah.
Yes,
Alright.
absolutely,
Do my butt.
Oh my
absolutely.
God.
Blackout.
Done my butt.
Put it in my butt.
Check it with my butt. Wanna check with my butt?
Was there so when my
That's what I
when
want
my
to do.
cousin got married, he married a woman in a sorority, and they all like walked around her and did a song thing, and then they kind of gave her away at the
Wow.
reception.
Are they from the South?
Like a cotillion.
No,
Oh,
it was
where are they from?
Wisconsin.
Okay, I do not know anything about Greek life in Wisconsin, but I do know Southern. When I was in college and we were kind of getting, educated about, what was acceptable and what was not pledgic-wise, they were like, most places adhere to the hazing laws that have been set up, but they tend to have a lot of problems with at the time, and this was like years ago, but I'm very young, but this was years ago, and it was New Jersey. Very specific, and then the southern states, like when we would have representatives from the South come up, because there are chapters we have in the South, they would be like, okay, I don't ever want you guys to be wearing sneakers with your letters, and all we wore was like yoga pants, and we looked sloppy all the time, and she was like, you have to wear heels and jeans with your letters, and always look put together, and so I bet they do that creepy stuff where they walk around them and sing a song.
It wasn't like a seance. It wasn't like a bird box.
That's weird. That's
Soul
so
figure.
weird.
It was a wedding reception.
They're
I-
grown
seen the
women.
first
I don't
20
know. I've
minutes,
only
so
seen the
yeah.
first 15 to 20 minutes.
yeah.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Bird Box
couldn't-
is a
I
lot
tried
of
to-
soror. Oh,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I know. I just tried to watch it in the morning. That was just the mistake.
a
I was
weird
like, I tried to
young-
start my day with Bird Box. I'll probably finish it tonight, but I couldn't start my day.
I finished my
like
night
that.
watching Hereditary. No, not Hereditary. I watched Hereditary.
I need to see it. I
What-
haven't
what-
seen it yet.
I haven't
With
seen it. Don't tell me.
Tony Collette.
I don't know the names of the
Yeah, Tony Collette.
Tony
Yeah?
Collette.
Tony Collette.
Trust
Tony
us.
Platt.
the main one.
She's in that new show on Netflix also with where she like her husband, their marriage is failing, so they decide to become polyamorous.
Oh, yeah,
That's
I
her,
wanna
right?
See that.
I just love Tony Collette. I don't think she doesn't get.
She
She's
was great.
truly
in it.
one of the best
Yo,
actresses.
she was great in it. She's
Ah,
slowly losing her
She's great in
mind.
A Wild Party. You have
Oh.
to. Great soundtrack.
I have to check it out.
Oh, I didn't. I thought you said she's great at a wild party.
Yeah.
and then you
Also,
hung
she's
out
great
with
at a Wild Party.
She's
That
great
she's
at-
like
good
everywhere.
fun,
Good fun.
She was in the Michael John
You should
Leak's,
wait till you see her
musical
lip.
Wild Party.
Yeah.
Hold your lip down.
You don't have a lip tattoo. I don't know.
Yeah. Wow. We went to like 5 places there in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
That's
we had
no problem, baby.
We had to cover it. So.
What's your do you have a favorite movie? Favorite couple of flicks? Because I have a segment on the show I'd like to try.
I really liked Wizard of Oz growing up. That was like my favorite movie when I was little, and I made people call me Dorothy, and I like wouldn't answer to my own name. So I really love
That's
Wizard of
method.
Oz.
Knowing your segment, this is the easiest movie
Yeah.
she's ever
Yeah.
chosen.
Yeah.
That's my that was my favorite. And as an adult now, it's like when you're young and you go see movies, you're like, that's my favorite movie. No, that's my favorite movie.
Yeah.
No, that is. And
I'm still like that.
You really every movie?
Spider-Verse is
Poppins
my
mostly.
favorite movie.
Spider-Verse is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Verse is so good.
It's
That
actually amazing,
soundtrack
though.
is insane.
It's so
It's
good.
so good.
I've been listening to Sunflower
Sunflower.
on repeat.
You know, Pusha T wrote that.
No, it did.
Jingle.
Yeah, you wrote the
They
jingle.
just extended it.
Of Arby's.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're
Now it's like every now and then I'll watch a movie and I was like, ooh, that's like in me for like the next foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
I'm like,
become those characters sometimes.
You do? You really climb inside it?
Honestly, like
That doesn't sometimes I'll see a good movie and I'll be like, oh, I get why everyone liked that movie. That's a good movie. But sometimes like you get that feeling that you see it when you were a little kid and you would see a movie and you'd be like, I'm living it now.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And like
That's how I-
Spider-Verse was that. This is controversial, but because I felt like I heard a lot of people didn't like it, but I really liked the remake of Suspiria that came out this year.
Didn't see it.
I've
Wanted
heard
to
it's-
see it.
it's
Didn't see it.
We're 1 for 5 on that.
Disgusting.
What, is that a horror movie?
Yeah.
Suspiria.
Yeah.
With Tilda Swinton, can we reveal?
Don't
reveal
reveal
it.
it.
Is
Don't
amazing
reveal
in it.
It's a very
Tilda
well
Swinton's
known.
amazing in
it.
it.
In it.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's
Yeah.
not
Suspiria.
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 I mean,
This-
watch both versions. I think they're both, you know.
I'm
I've
also
only seen-
not like a horror person.
Oh, see.
Like,
I
yeah.
love it. You
I
get the
think-
best bang for your buck.
I
on
just
scary
can't.
movies.
My head, I can't do it.
It gets stuck in
I
there.
can't do it.
Is it the
yeah.
fear thing or is it you
It's
don't get into
I
it?
don't like to think about this stuff. Like
Right.
I know it doesn't exist. I know nothing's gonna like the whatever's happening in Bird Boxes may or may not
Right.
be a thing that actually happens in real life. I don't know, but
It casts a shadow on your
Yeah.
day then. Like, as you leave, you're like, that's why sad movies sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to do that to myself. I'm gonna
right.
be-
I'm just like there's so much stuff that I want to be thinking about.
yeah, carrying that around with me. I will
have to
say,
think
I
about
do.
this.
I love scary movies, and when I got here, because we had to tell you what college we went to,
Uh-huh.
Zach goes, "Is that a sweatshirt from your college?" And I said, "You think I went to spooky Ouija board? You think I went to spooky?"
I
Ouija-"
went to the
It says I went to the Be the Cowboy tour.
Yeah.
It's a here.
It's
I
for
went to
Mitski.
It's for Mitski, and it says on the
Love
back.
Mitski.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
But-
I like her music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but no, Zach thought this was a
I
college.
thought it was her
sweatshirt.
college.
That's so funny.
Wicca University.
Wicca University.
I might wear a shirt if I pledged. I might wear something like that, that theme for.
Yeah. To let them know that
Let
they
them
should,
know that
you
they
may,
should
we might
pledge.
cast a spell on them.
Yeah, I dig that.
My dad used to watch horror movies like they were comedies. It was.
He would laugh at
But
them.
there are some that are so funny.
I know. I
so
Yeah.
realized that.
I'm in the middle of, or I'm starting to write a feature that's like a more campy horror, but I'm going through it all because I want it to still be a good movie. So I'm like rewatching all of these amazing movies, and it is like insane how many different styles of horror there are.
Yeah.
But he would laugh at like the gore as if it were like
I
like
love
a good
gore.
punchline. You know, like
I do like because sometimes I think there is that same shock to it where you're like,
Yeah.
I hate that. There's a moment in was I just talking about? The movie
Hereditary.
There's a throat thing, and I was watching this. I was like last night at 1:30 in the morning, and I was like, no, no.
Bloody Valentine is
I did that with those Final Destination movies. I couldn't walk around. I'd be
Yeah.
like, that's gonna be the end of me.
You're at Home Depot.
I see that. I see
Home
that
Depot.
wire,
And
and
that
I know I'm
happens
gonna
to
die.
people, like, well, not like it happens in the movie, but like
But it
weird
does.
shit. People die in very strange, weird,
Yeah.
dumb ways.
That's true.
And it makes you think like, well, I could die any of those ways could
In
actually
high
happen
school,
to me.
in the 9th grade, I wasn't paying attention as I crossed the street. My buddy Greg, he pulled me back, and then this bus came by, like literally like
owe
6
Greg.
inches in front of my face, and you know what I was paying attention to, a graphing calculator.
Yes, yes, technology's back.
I was like,
We could all die in embarrassing
Oh
ways.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Were you playing Cube Man?
I was playing Fall Up.
Oh, yeah, I knew you were playing games,
left, right,
man.
left, right. Oh my God, left, right.
Did you not pick that graphing calculator back up for like weeks and weeks?
It was Greg, so I gave it
Oh
back.
my God,
Greg
Greg
never
would
let
be
you
Yeah,
borrow
fact,
it
man.
again.
guilty. Greg would
Man.
be
Can't believe I
that
let you
guilt.
use that right now.
Let's
Now you're dead.
let's play with that. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi all. Welcome to Heaven. We're in this orientation. As we know, you all
I died.
crossed over. Yes,
died.
you did die. In
Finally.
various ways at various times. I'm sorry, some of you've been in the purgatory for a while, so we're just gonna
On my way
love
to
to
the
just
light.
review your last memories, help you unwind for that before we actually ultimately let you in to heaven. If we can just kind of go through on this group setting and just tell me your last memory.
Gosh.
I was on my way to the library. I needed to get a cookbook because I was gonna make my ex-girlfriend some cupcakes to leave them on her doorstep so that she knew that I still loved her. And I walked into the street, and then I don't remember anything after that.
Huh.
Okay.
So you were you were stalking your ex-girlfriend.
I was I was leaving her a gift on her at her house.
Okay.
Okay.
According to my records, you had been broken up for looks like 18 months.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, it seems longer when you use the months instead of the just a year.
A year and a half. A
That
full
sounds long
6
too.
seasons.
That sounds
Okay.
long too.
Well, it was a complicated relationship. You guys, it was a complicated.
Sounds like it wasn't a relationship anymore.
Yes.
Or relationships can be defined in many different ways.
You know, in order to get into heaven, you do have to fully admit who you were on earth.
I was a good friend to a good friend.
This is uncomfortable to be here for.
I feel very
I feel like we
uncomfortable
shouldn't be in
now.
the room for this.
The last thing I'll just go. God, I remember I got up, normal day for me, and I was about to go to the slaughterhouse. I worked in a place that did painful meats. It
In
was
Lincoln,
for-
Nebraska.
It was
Yeah,
intentionally.
It was intentionally painful because people liked the flavor of fear. That was our marketing campaign that I came up with.
Yeah.
I was about to go down to the slaughterhouse because I had just come up with a new method of bashing. It was a smaller hammer that would take longer to kill the pigs. And so I was about to do that, and I went to the slaughterhouse, and I remember walking in, and somebody said, "Look out for that pig." And that's all I remember. So I knew I was a good person because I made a company work.
That's a good person.
Okay, Gary, I'm actually seeing in your records, yes, you have been dead just about 5 minutes, still wearing your smock,
Yeah.
I see, from the slaughterhouse. And you're actually here because you did not get to implement that very painful, torturous method to the animals.
What? That's
So,
ridiculous. The marketing for that company's sales were through the roof. People loved the taste of fear. They loved adrenaline. I was thinking of just taking adrenaline and turning it into a drink. That was my next big idea. How could that be wrong?
okay, let's just,
You know,
let's
this
just go
is
on.
gonna.
Let's
I'm
just
sorry.
go.
This
Let's
is.
just continue.
I'm so uncomfortable because this is gonna be shocking. But the last memory I have is of my human leaving the house, and me looking up on that counter. I know I shouldn't be on the counter.
You shouldn't.
I shouldn't be on the counter, but I
You're
put my
a
paws
dog.
up.
Are you a dog?
You are a dog.
I am a
This is
dog.
Yeah.
I'm a dog.
Wait a second. I'm sorry. Human heaven and dog heaven are the same.
I mean, they never said. I mean, all dogs go to.
All dogs do come here. It is the same place, but however Jacoby chooses to manifest,
You got up on the counter.
Jacoby
You didn't let me finish. Nobody let me finish.
Sorry, Jacoby.
Nobody let me finish.
Sorry,
You know
Sorry,
what?
Jacoby.
Who's a good
No,
boy?
no,
Who's a good
it's-
Jacoby?
what?
Who's a good Jacoby?
What?
Who's a good
What?
Jacoby? Okay, please continue.
I remember putting my paws up on the counter, and I know it's the holiday time with the trees.
Yeah.
There's trees and needles.
Christmas.
Thank you. And there was a wrapping, a big red bows
Mm-hmm.
and a box, and I said mine, and I went right into it, and there were wrappers, and it was very sweet, and it was gooey,
Oh no.
and it was some salty,
Jacoby.
and some tasted more bitter than others.
Do you remember seeing like what those were called?
I think it said,
I think maybe I should have gotten those for her instead.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
Okay, let's
God.
not make this about you.
Yeah,
Oh my
let's,
god.
Okay, but Jacoby, just can you, before we open up the pearly gates to man's best friend, can you admit that you did anything wrong?
no, I was man's best friend.
Well, you did mention the counter thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
you
wasn't
mentioned
all
it.
on
Should've been on that
the
You
counter.
should've been-
Oh,
should've
you
been
know
on that
what? You
counter.
would love to accuse me of something like that. I bet you get off on that pain.
I mean,
You mean human. Bad human.
don't you
You're
talk
a
to me.
bad human.
I would put you in that slaughterhouse so quick.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh.
let's
I
just
feel like I shouldn't be here for
let's
this.
just
This
no,
is
let's just
so
calm the nerves.
uncomfortable.
Let's calm the nerves.
I
There's a
really
lot to
think
let
this
go
is
off
just
on the
like a-
earth. How about we get to you?
I'm great. I feel comfortable. I'm always busy. I'm just a really busy person. I have a lot of projects going on. Just kind of always doing meetings and projects. Very busy. Probably busier than most other people. But I was having a day where I needed to take a day for self-care. Because I'm just so busy that sometimes I will just work myself into the ground if someone doesn't stop me. That's just my vibe. And so I was taking a self-care day because my friends were like, "You have to take a break, Marissa. Please take a break
And
for
Marissa,
us."
I'm sensing a lot of us. If you could just get to the last memory.
Sure. So I was taking a break and was taking everything in me to not work that day. But I was laying in bed watching some Netflix, and my roommate had made pasta. And so she brought me in some pasta, and the bowl was next to me, and I was like, I knew I could sit up and eat it, but I was just doing self-care, so I just kind of, you know how it is when you are laying down and you just spoon the food into your mouth. But I choked, wouldn't you know, I assume. I started to choke, and I called for my roommate, but she couldn't hear me. She had her music on, and I play my Netflix loud. And so I just choked, and I tried to pull the spaghetti out of my throat, and it didn't.
And I am reading that you were broadcasting this live on Instagram.
That
entire
sounds like
time?
me, because I love my followers, and everything is content at the end of the day. And
But
so,
it looks like the incident started at 12:41.
sure, yeah.
But the broadcast started at 12:43, nearly 2 minutes later. So instead
Also,
of seeking,
maybe a cry for help. I don't know. Maybe I hoped someone might see it and come help me. But that's the sad reality of the internet is everyone wants to be your friend when you're having a good day, and when you're choking on spaghetti, no one wants to be your friend.
okay, can you admit? I'll ask the same question to you as I did the other three. Can you admit you did anything wrong while living on Earth?
Excuse me if I would like to take a break and eat my spaghetti lying down.
I mean, I thought you were gonna work yourself to death with all the work that you do.
I'm really hard at work, and I really can't talk about any of my projects in detail, but I work
Well, I mean,
hard.
you can't work on them anymore.
Okay, well, you will all rest
What a
here in
shame.
purgatory until you can fully admit what you have
I
done.
That is insane.
I
I,
really-
saw
I
a movie
really do.
once that guaranteed my entrance into heaven.
I will get you a coupon for dolphin meat.
Are they tortured?
Oh yeah.
All right, all right, you're in.
No.
You're in.
Wow!
I, What else? You guys got something. You gotta have something. You gotta have something.
My human made a celebrity Instagram count of me. So
How many followers?
I'm 14 million.
14 million.
I'll take him. Human
Thank
manifestation
you.
of
Thank
me.
you.
Human manifestation of me needs some love when I go
I'm
to
Jacoby
Earth.
the doggy.
That's
What-
not even a good name.
How about you, pal?
I might still have the cash that I had on me when I was going to get those. Well, I made the cupcakes, but I was.
I don't
Sounds
like.
like you bought them.
I don't like your whole story, pal.
I made the cupcakes.
Sounds like you bought them.
I did.
Okay,
Fine,
you
I
two
bought
are
the
in.
cupcakes.
You two
okay?
are in. You two stay here in
I'm a
purgatory till
stalker.
you
Can I
learn your
go
lesson.
in? I'm a stalker. Can I
Well,
go in?
that's
Can
just,
I?
I'm so uncomfortable.
I'm sorry, I wouldn't leave you here with him. I'm sorry. Can you?
literally so uncomfortable.
There's a hell door right behind you. Would you mind just going through that hell door?
He's just screaming about being a stalker.
I mean, he
honestly.
admitted
You
it.
told me if I admit it. Then-
Was it wrong? Was it wrong of you to stalk?
Yeah. Yes, it was wrong. But I had good in my heart.
Okay, come on in. Come on in.
I
pal.
can't
Thanks.
believe I'm
Awesome.
in heaven with the sadist and the
I'm a
stalker.
stalker.
I'm literally
You can
not
say
even
it.
in heaven,
I'm a-
which is the
I'm
most
a stalker.
insane
Mark
part of
Okay,
it.
okay. How about you? What do you got?
I'm still actively building my brand, so I don't have anything yet, but I will eventually if you had just given me time.
That video probably went viral.
Okay.
I could be famous right now.
All
for
right,
all we
let's
know.
send you back to Earth then. How about that? Would you like that?
That's-
Another
What?
shot of fame?
Yes, I would like
do
to.
That
that.
was an
You
option?
can do that.
Please don't be jealous.
Taking it.
Please don't make this about you guys and be jealous.
I had a whole new line for cats.
I was gonna.
No.
I'm still gonna tell that girl I love
You're
her.
gonna torture cats? People eat cats?
Yes, in other countries than America.
All right, you're back to
that's
purgatory. I'm
true.
sorry. That's a scene. Oh man. All right.
Whoa.
We got 3 minutes left. You want to do a song on something?
Yeah.
All right.
And what?
I don't know. We're just gonna keep going until
Okay.
and I gotta change the tapes. Hold. Do something over this?
Okay, okay.
Welcome to the slaughterhouse. Welcome to the slaughterhouse. Welcome to the slaughterhouse. Welcome to the slaughterhouse. Welcome to the slaughterhouse.
Okay, this is the theme song. Catch it on the commercial, you can't do no wrong. I'm nice, doing this with success, and you're gonna see this commercial late night on public access. We're in the slaughterhouse, the place is so near. We treat our animals with fear. Where they're taking this with tears. Yes, we hit them nice on the forehead with that nice X. And we chisel it to grizzle it. Hit them on the grizzle and hit them with the spigot. Hit him with the spike. You like your cows, pig? I tell them night, night. Before I put them on the bike, yes. Gotta skin them, gut them, and cut off the breasts. Just like it was a chicken, and I'm hitting in the mixing because.
Welcome to the slaughterhouse. The slaughterhouse.
Anybody else want to get on this commercial?
Slaughterhouse.
You started this, Zach. You better.
It was an improv
Welcome to
character.
the Welcome
I don't want to put my heart and soul into it.
Welcome to the slaughterhouse.
All right, that was fun.
Oh boy.
Any closing words on universities transferring?
Just like don't go to school.
Yeah.
Don't
Unless
save
you
your money.
really, really know,
Yeah.
or you have a financial advisor.
If you have a path, or if you just have just silly amounts of money. Then I
Yeah.
guess
Into
go.
it.
It's actually good. I learned about improv when I went to college, so I don't know. Fuck your life up, but figure it out later.
But figure it out.
Yeah.
Great.
Figure it out at some point.
Great. All right, I'd love to thank my guests, Taylor, Elijah, Jay, and Zach. We'll the plug thing again. Not now, but
Not now.